Are you in charge of making hiring decisions for your company? Do you know the best way to recruit top talent and the biggest mistakes that hiring authorities make? You know what you should be looking for in a recruiting firm? Stick around, I'll help you out. Hi everybody, it's Paul Harris, Blackhawk Recruiters here in sunny California. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. As you may know, I run an executive search firm, and you know what I know after being in the business for 30 years, because I see it every day? You guys, it's the power of the game changer within an organization. So I'm talking about someone who brings so much to your company that they not only make you look like a superstar for hiring them, but they create excitement, they bring people with them, people want to work for them, people want to work with them, etc. I also know that the most important and critical decisions you'll make in the next 12 months is not the everyday decisions that you make about your business. It's the decision about who you're going to hire, who you're going to bring on board into your organization. And by the way, your willingness, ability, and strategies that you implement to allow you to attract and ultimately hire these type of game changers. So before we talk about what you should do to put yourself in a position to land these type of individuals, let's talk about what you shouldn't do. So you guys, in my opinion, what you shouldn't do is what most of the other hiring authorities in your niche are doing. They do things that, believe it or not, are inherently designed to attract people who are either A, not a fit for your job, or B, they're underperformers. So let me explain. So what do? First of all, they post their job openings on job boards, and then they let the hoping and praying begins, right? Or shall I say, they let the giant waste of time begin, right? So we used to do it, and trust me guys, we have no subscriptions anymore to, Career Builder, Monster, Indeed, ZipRecruiter, etc. You guys, for us, giant waste of time. What happens? You get flooded with resumes, people saying, I'm the janitor, but I'm a fast learner, so I think I would be perfect for your national SVP of worldwide sales position. What? No, you wouldn't. Anyways, you guys, like I said, a giant waste of time. Second, by design, you get the pool of candidates that you get to choose from are, like I said, by design, what we call active candidates, right? Active mean they're actively looking for a job. This is where, God bless them, and I do mean this, you guys, God bless them, unemployed or maybe underemployed people are posting their resume, or should I say, God forbid, underperforming, can't stand my job, can't stand my boss, it's everyone else's fault type of people are posting their resume. So you guys, is this the pool that you want to swim in? Is this the type of candidate that you want to attract? They're unhappy and they're looking. If you're posting on job boards, this is, for the most part, what you're going to get. And oh, by the way, if you do find somebody who is strong, kind of a needle in a haystack type of scenario, then you are going to be competing with all the other companies where they posted their resume, and they're everybody's trying to hire the same person. The price goes up, right? Supply and demand. You guys, it just makes no sense. So kind of crazy in my book. Anyways, so what is much better? It's certainly a step up. That would be having an internal recruiting team, your own internal recruiting team. This is hiring your own in-house recruiters. This can be great, especially, in my opinion, for lower level roles. All of our clients have them, by the way. The problem that I've seen is trying to recruit senior level talent, right? So typically, and not always, but typically, these folks don't, they have 30 years experience, experts in your niche with a ton of high level connections, right? One of my CEOs said to me, Paul, we have our internal recruiting team, but we use you for the higher level positions because I can't expect somebody who's 22 years old, fresh out of college, trying to figure out how to spell telecom, can't expect them how to hang in there with a conversation with someone who makes $500,000 salary. So I get it. So if posting your openings on job boards is going to keep you swimming in a pool of potential, underperformers, and your internal recruiting team is certainly good for some positions that may not be super for others, how do you recruit a rock star? How do you recruit one of these game changers? So in my mind, the key is to hire an executive recruiting firm who specializes in your exact niche, has a ton of experience and connections, and will aggressively, here's the important part, aggressively and proactively reach out to these passive candidates, right? Passive meaning they're not looking, they're happy, they're head down, they're going to work, they're not posting their resume, and extract them and bring them to your door. So I'm talking about good old-fashioned headhunting, right? Reaching out, grabbing them, getting their attention, selling them on your opportunity, and bringing them to you in a silver platter so you have the opportunity to sell them on your company, sell them on your position. You guys, these are the game changers. These are the rock stars. This is what we do. That's why we call it, we extract rock stars. So that's what we do. How do we do it? Well, I'm 60 years old. I've been in this telecom space for 30 years. We're specialists. We're experts in our niche. We have our finger on the pulse of the industry. I read all the industry trade rags. I go to the trade shows, go to the golf tournaments, sponsor, speak, etc. And then I have a litany of videos on our YouTube channel that I put together when we come back from one of these trade shows, and I call it giving back to the industry, right? If people that are not able to make it to the trade show, I say, hey, here's what happened. Here's who spoke, and here's the theme, and kind of here's the the flavor behind it as well. It's my way of giving back to the industry. We have a LinkedIn group full of executives that we host. I've been quoted in Wall Street Journal, Fast Company Magazine, RCR Wireless, etc. And more importantly, I utilize the heck out of my network, right? I've got a ton of high-level connections. Many times when we get a job, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I know the perfect person for this position. But if I don't, then I tap into the network. And our network is so great. They're always happy to help because I treat people with the golden rule, extreme integrity, and they're great people, and they are always happy to help us out. Another thing that I can tell you, when we recruit for a company, we become great representatives for your company, right? In other words, we ask you all the questions about why someone would want to leave their job and come to you. Is it giant bullet points of the good points of your company? This is what we explain to our candidates when we're trying to recruit them. So even if you don't end up hiring that person, there's a whole bunch of people that we contact that now know who your company is, know the good things about you, etc. So we do a good job of marketing your company. So at the beginning, I talked about what you need to determine before hiring an executive recruiter. I would ask them, are they expert in your niche? Do they have experience and know the players, know what's going on in your niche? Have they recruited people in your niche, and what type of positions? Do they know who the players are? How do they source candidates? We talked about this, right? Are they going to post resumes or put a LinkedIn ad on LinkedIn, just like you can do yourself, and attract a bunch of active candidates? Or do they reach right out in the industry and extract the rock stars? Do they have a big network? Do they have their finger on the pulse of the business? Do they have the high-level business acumen, emotional intelligence, reputation, rapport building skills, etc., that are going to allow them to truly extract the top talent in the industry? So you guys, I know I'm rambling, but as you can tell, I love to talk about recruiting. So you guys don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. I should mention, in addition to our executive level permanent placement recruiting services, we are now doing contract staffing, so otherwise known as temporary staffing, staff augmentation services as well. So we can help you out with those needs. Give us a call. I'm happy to talk. I'm open 24 hours a day for you. My phone number, I'm sure there's right there on the screen. You guys, thank you so much. Have a great day. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.